morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Miriam here. And today I would like to talk about a few reasons why you might be stuck in a so-called English rut. And for those of you who don't know me, I am an English eloquence coach for consultants, and I'm the founder of English for Consultants. So I work with non-native speaking consultants from various companies, and I help them move up in their careers. I help them get their dream jobs and ultimately earn more money. So that being said, let's jump into today's topic. So most of you are leaders in your companies. You are highly qualified, highly educated individuals, and you have success in business. You've got great lifestyles and international connections, and it seems like you have reached the pinnacle of success. However, a lot of times there is something plaguing you, and the thing that is plaguing you is basically that you have studied English in school and you speak English at work in many occasions, and you've got foreign clients you communicate with on the regular. However, you feel stuck at times. So either you find yourself searching for words, you're constantly worrying about how to say what you mean and how to find the perfect words. You might be worried about your linguistics, maybe your lack of variation in vocabulary. And so the thing is, when you have to discuss or present something in your native language, you're a star. So you exude self-confidence, you exude professionalism, and then in all honesty, when you switch into English, that disappears when you're doing the very same thing in English. And so my message to you is to not feel bogged down. And I want to share the key for getting out of this situation. And that key is to first understand why you are in the situation you're in. So there are three main reasons that you're feeling stuck in your English development, and they have absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you are not living in an English-speaking country or that you are not a native English speaker. So let's start with the first one. Problem number one, you might be enrolled or have been enrolled in online business English classes with well-known companies, and your own company is paying for these classes. This a lot of the times means that you're forced to take time out of your day, usually while you're at work or on your lunch break, to conduct these 30-minute English sessions with trainers from one of these many companies. Now, I'm not throwing shade on these companies whatsoever. I've actually worked for many of them, and that is exactly the reason why I can talk about them. The thing that you have to understand is that all of these companies have generic materials which their teachers are forced to follow. These materials, they may or may not be relevant to you. And your teacher only has 30 minutes with you, and in those 30 minutes, 5 of them are typically taken up by small talk. And however qualified your teacher may be, what you need to realize is that he or she is tied to a company requirement. And that company requirement is to use company materials. Therefore, the teacher has pretty much no freedom in helping you the way he or she would like to help you. These teachers are also paid very low salaries or hourly rates, and they frankly have so many students that they can't keep them all straight. So another thing to realize is that during these sessions, you will be focusing on specific skills or tasks like how to introduce yourself, how to ask questions during a presentation, how to present a product, etc. And this brings me to problem number 2. The second problem is in all of your English studying, whether you've been studying on your own during online sessions or whether you've been focusing on the wrong thing. So your company trainings that you've been focusing on, company trainings you've been attending, you have been focusing on developing skills necessary for your professional life. And these, of course, vary depending on the type of career you have, but they're all connected in one way. They are all targeted skills for targeted outcomes. And for someone like myself, it's really no surprise, it's no wonder to me that your English isn't what you want it to be. It's obvious. So learning how to give a business presentation or how to have a phone call with a foreign client is targeted towards that one specific area. The question is, does it improve your eloquence in English? And the answer to that question is simply no. What it does improve is your ability to do that one specific action. So At this point, you might be wondering why I'm filming this video. Maybe it's a cruel joke to depress people or make them feel bad about themselves, but believe me, it's truly not. I've spent 11 years working with business professionals and consultants, and I'm filming this video to help you understand why you're in a rut and what you should be doing to get out of your English rut. So that brings me to problem number 3, and it is a problem, but it's also the solution to your problems. So problem number 3 is, since you have been focusing on attaining specialized skills, what you haven't been focusing on is your English foundation. And your English foundation is both your issue and it will be your greatest success. So subsequent to finishing high school or college education in which English is taught, most people tend to believe that they have pretty much completed their English foundation education. And this is definitely not the case. What you have done is you've completed the basics, and these basics may or may not stick with you throughout your life. So I have to stop here and answer a question that I believe many of you might be asking yourselves now. So what is an English foundation? So an English foundation is your knowledge of vocabulary, synonyms, linguistics, sentence structure. It's a very deep knowledge. It's also your ability to read literature, to analyze texts, and to imitate the style of authors and writers. And it is the difference between being a communicator with a lot of filler words like and so and like, to a communicator who can inspire and awe his or her interlocutors. So an English foundation is not only for the non-native speaker. Unfortunately, half of the population of the United States cannot speak or communicate in English effectively. So this might come as a shock to some of you, but it is the truth. And why is it the truth? It's because that we have stopped building our English foundations. That's the whole point. So there you have it, the 3 reasons that you're stuck, why you're stuck in an English rut, and what you need to focus on to get out of it. I hope this video was helpful, and I will be talking on this subject a lot more, so please stay tuned. And by the way, if you're a consultant who's serious about improving your English consulting communication skills, you can check out the links in the description box to our private Facebook and LinkedIn groups. And if you're ready to start your own journey towards English eloquence, feel free to schedule a free strategy session with me using the link below in the description box. That is it from me today. I wish you all a healthy, happy, and productive day. Thank you.